laughable. Princess Anne deals rushing blow to Harry's tone-deaf whining, "Your risk is too low." Prince Harry should learn from his aunt Princess Anne, who gets police security only when on royal duties, an expert said yesterday. The Duke of Sussex should not be expecting bodyguards supplied to him when he decides to return home, Dai Davies said. The ex-Met police officer pointed out Princess Anne was nearly kidnapped and her protection officer was shot, but she does not get full-time protection. Last night there was anger at the unprecedented legal threat against the government as sources hit back saying, Scotland Yard is not available for hire. Mr. Davies, who was operational unit commander for the Royals from 1995, told GMB, he chose to go to America, that's his prerogative. And it's our prerogative to ensure when we look at any aspect of protection, any member of the royal family that we actually look and assess it through various security agencies. That's the crux. And it's been decided in this level, 1. They won't supply him with protection because the risk at this stage is deemed low. However, should there be a risk when he comes, then clearly the Metropolitan Police would be duty-bound. He went on, clearly it has been reviewed in the same way as so many other royal security have been done. Princess Anne for instance, his aunt, she doesn't get full-time protection we're told now, and yet arguably in 1974 she was nearly kidnapped and or murdered. Her protection officer was shot. However, with regards to Harry, he can't pick and choose when he wants to come. There has never been a precedent where somebody pays for their security in this country. If it's required, it will be provided. Princess Anne's former bodyguard Jim Beaton was shot 3 times as he put himself between her and a gunman during the botched kidnap bid in March 1974. Mr. Beaton, who was later awarded the George Cross, was shot in the arm, hand and chest as he stopped Ian Ball, then 26, from kidnapping her from a Rolls-Royce. Harry demanded Metropolitan Police bodyguards while travelling in the UK because he felt unsafe after claiming his own team was compromised. The remarks were rubbished by an ex-Met chief who said he was creating scenarios that don't exist. Previously, Prince Harry told Oprah, "I never thought I would have my security removed." The prince explained that he was shocked and feared for the safety of his family due to being a part of the royal family. Angela says, initially Charles did pay for security for Harry and Meghan out of his own pocket. It cost him a fortune because they needed 8 people with them around the clock. Harry's treatment isn't actually different from most of the Queen's grandchildren. Security was taken away from Prince Andrew's daughters, so he decided to pay for it himself. He wanted to protect his girls. Princess Anne's children don't have guards either. Legal representatives say the Duke wants to fund the security himself, rather than ask taxpayers to foot the bill. But experts pointed out the Met does not have specially trained officers sitting idle, adding, "You can't just hire the services of Scotland Yard as and when you feel like it." Meanwhile, the Queen reportedly has no intention of helping her grandson in the case. A royal source told The Sun, "This is not a matter for Her Majesty. She certainly won't cave into his demands. It is a matter for Her Majesty's government. Who gets protection is not a gift the Queen can decide to give or take away." Harry, Meghan and their family would automatically be protected by royal security if they were to visit the Queen or were in residence at Frogmore in Windsor. The issue would be if they wanted to undertake potentially lucrative private business, charitable or social activities elsewhere. But one royal insider, with more than a hint of exasperation, said, "Once again, when it comes to the Sussexes, it has to be pointed out that you can't have it both ways."